Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I'm bringing you a post-travel recovery flow. It has been spring break time. I know a lot of us have been away. We've been on airplanes, or we've been in a long car ride, or just sometimes the stress of having family together. So take this class as moving your body again and thanking your body for allowing you to get through this spring break session. And I hope that this reintroduces your body to the reformer, and I hope you love it as much as I do. Today's setup, we're going to be using our Pilates box. That is the only setup, that is the only prop that you need. I am also choosing to either use a TheraBand or just a loose band, not a very tight one, to get deeper into a little bit of a stretch with our legs. I just like it better using a band than using my hand. You can use the magic circle, that works well too. So whatever, if you choose to use one, go ahead and grab it. We are going to be starting sitting down, taking all our springs off. Once you're ready, let's go ahead and meet on the reformer. All right, so sitting up nice and tall. You're going to go ahead, you're going to find your bum at the edge of your carriage. All of your springs are off. If you have a carriage that is low to the ground, go ahead and put your long box on and sit on your long box so you have a 90-degree bend in your knees. From here, shoulders are backing down. We're going to go ahead, we're going to reach our arms long in front of us. Again, drop those shoulders. Take a big, deep inhale. On that exhale, I want you to tuck that pelvis towards your nose. I want you to gently roll yourself back. That carriage will move towards the foot bar. Come down to your comfortable. Take an inhale, exhale, roll yourself on up. So just let's begin moving our spine. Just rolling, scooping and tucking. Only coming down to a point that you're comfortable with, moving that carriage underneath you ever so slightly by mobilizing the spine. Feeling as that spine gets a little warmer, you may find yourself being able to go a lot deeper. You are going to start coming up now. If back extension is for you as you come up, can you anteriorly tilt and maybe open up that chest towards the clouds and roll it back? So just getting a little deeper in our work, making that spine more mobile. We'll do 3 more here. For 2. Last one here. When you roll yourself down, hold yourself there, pull your left arm, tap it to the shoulder block, take your gaze with it, reach long, come on up, sit on top of those sit bones. Now opposite arm, roll yourself back, reach the right hand, hit the shoulder block, rotate that spine, and sit yourself back on up. So just adding in some rotation around the spine, warming up everything that we need to work today, getting everything loose and mobile to bring us back to our practice. We'll go for 4 and 3. Can you rotate just a little bit more for 2? Finish this last one on your right side. Slowly bring those hands up and sit on top of those sit bones. From here, you're going to reach those arms up long. And you're going to go ahead, take your left hand, place it on to the bar. Right hand is now reaching long. So what I want you to think about is that same movement that we've done before, only this time you're going to tuck and tilt and roll forward, and you're going to rotate your arm back towards the shoulder block, coming into arm circles. Sit up nice and tall, roll that arm back up towards the clouds, back to the foot bar. Switch hands, repeat on the left side. So tilting and rolling, tuck and scoop, and bring it up. Continue this movement, taking your gaze with your arm So your spine and your neck are working together. Think about keeping that 90-degree bend. We'll do 2 more here. Last one. Next time that right hand comes to the bar, bring it there. From here, I want you to take that bar, hold it with both hands. Now, if your foot bar does not lock, please just don't hold, pull against it for traction. Just use it as reminder of just use it for traction, but don't pull too hard against it. From here, you're going to take a big, deep inhale, roll, go ahead, tuck that spine back. You're going to drop your chest forward, reach those legs long. You want to find that reach out of those arms. Take an inhale, slowly bring that carriage on up. And as you come up, I want you to think about coming up into that chest expansion, back extension. As you come up, you reach that chest up towards the clouds. Let's continue that movement, reaching, sending that bottom behind, using that shoulder, using that foot bar to give yourself traction, relaxing those arms down your back. Let's go for 4. And 3. One more here. On that last one, slowly come up, sit up nice and tall on those sit bones. From here, release that right hand, leave the left hand on. You're gonna take that right hand, left hand stays holding onto the bar. You're gonna come over for lateral flexion, reaching towards your left side, keeping both hips equally distributed and keeping that bottom glued in that cement. Take an inhale, exhale, bring it up, replace that arm. Right hand now has you traction, left hand coming up to the clouds, bottom is glued. Go ahead, reach that rib cage up and over that opposite waistline. Try to cinch that rib cage to that hip and bring it up. Switch hands. Right hand's now coming up, draw those abs in, take a big deep inhale, exhale, reach it out and over. Inhale at the bottom, exhale as you reach that arm up towards the clouds. Let's do one more to each side. Reach that arm up. Go ahead, maybe reach up and over just a little bit deeper. Can you get that waist a little bit closer to that hip on that right side? Let's bring it up. Last one coming over towards the left. Right hand comes up. You're going to go ahead, reach up and over. Bring the arms up towards the clouds. And then from here, bring that right hand down, tuck that chin, and slowly extend yourself out one final time. Like I said, if your foot bar locks, send those shoulders back and down. Draw those abs and rib cage together. From here, even if you want to give yourself a little bit of back extension by pulling against that foot bar, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring yourself on in. Excellent. From here, we're going to go ahead, take our feet, come up off our carriage. If you have the TheraBand, this is where you're going to grab it. I am going to be adding 2 red springs on and 1 blue spring. Your headrest can be up or down, whichever you prefer. We will not be doing any bridging, so headrest however you like it. From here, you are going to go ahead, you're going to lie on down. I am going to start with my left foot in table. My right foot is going to be on the foot bar. toes are on the bar. From here, if you're using that magic circle or that TheraBand, go ahead and place it on the arch of your foot, whichever you're choosing. So right now you just have that foot and table, not doing anything here. Draw those abs in, connect the ribs to the abs, shoulders back and down. Take an inhale, push the carriage away. Exhale, bring it in. So just getting yourself feeling used to being back on the reformer, especially if you've been away for a couple days. Feeling that weight on that single side. For me, it's my right side. We'll go for 3 more here, and then we'll start adding on. Next time your leg is long, I want you to go ahead, extend that left foot up towards the clouds. Now flex the foot. This is where you feel that stretch. And then as you come in, I want you to point the foot and bring it down. So extend, flex, and kick to the clouds, point, and bring it down. Let's go for 8 more, just like this. Really feel that length through that foot as you flex it towards your nose. When you get to the clouds, point it and bring it in. We have 4, 4, 3, on this last one, when you have yourself out long, hold yourself there. From here, pull on that TheraBand. Now we're going to flex both feet, point both feet. So you're flexing and you're pointing. For 5, 4. If you don't have the TheraBand, by all means, grab behind your leg. Last 2. On this last one, I want you to flex the foot on the bar, keep the foot in the TheraBand or to the clouds pointed. Rolling that ankle 8 times in one direction, doesn't matter what direction you're rolling it in. For 4, 3, 2, last one, hold, reverse the other way. Really getting a stretch on that static leg, holding you in that flexed position. Last 2. And last one, bring it in. Go ahead, bend that knee and bring the carriage all the way in. You're going to go ahead, take that TheraBand off that one leg. You're going to put it on the arch of the other leg. So from here, you're going to go ahead. My right leg is now in table. My left leg is now pushing. Ball of the foot on. Heel is slightly lifted. From here, big inhale, push it away. Exhale, bring it in. So just single leg presses here, getting used to this side. Keeping that foot in table. Last 3. Ab and ribs are connected. For 2. On this last one, hold yourself out. Now here is where we're going to kick that leg to the clouds. Flex the foot when it gets to the clouds. Now point, bend it in, bend the leg on the foot bar. Flex, extend, and down. The only foot that's extending and pointing is the moving foot right now, the one to the clouds. So flexing as you come up, pointing as you come down. For 3, 2, last one, we'll hold it there. Keep both feet flexed. Flex the foot under the foot bar and point both feet. So now both feet are getting that range of motion. Last 3. Next time that foot is flexed, keep it there. Point the foot to the clouds, 8 circles, one direction. Really pull that TheraBand, magic circle, or pull that thigh closer to your nose for 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's reverse. 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot on down and slowly bring that carriage on in. Go ahead, take that TheraBand off. From here, we're going to take our feet into Pilates V. We're done with the TheraBand. You can go ahead, drop it on the floor. So balls of the feet are on, Pilates V. From here, when you're ready, both arms are reaching long. Go ahead, extend yourself out. Stay there. From here, rotate your knees together. Bend the carriage in. Rotate the heels together. Push the carriage out. So stirring our hips in our sockets. Opening those hips. That connection is still there, trying to keep everything quiet. Just thinking about those hips rotating in the sockets. Last 2. Next time you come in, your knees should be together. Keep them there. Push them out with your knees together. Rotate. Now come in with the knees wide, heels together. Knees together, toes apart. Push out. Heels together, knees apart. Push in. Last 3. On this last one, when you come all the way in, close that carriage towards the bumper, bring your knees to your chest, and roll your ankles. Take a moment here. Rock yourself from side to side. We will be coming up on our carriage, making a spring change. So slowly come on up. So we are taking those 2 reds off, keeping that blue spring on. I am going to pick up my TheraBand. We are done with that. We are going to be grabbing our long box. We're going to put our long box on up against our shoulder blocks. And from here, you're going to go ahead. You're going to have a seat facing your rises or your tower, sitting up nice and tall on top of those sit bones. From here, you're going to reach down, grab those straps in front of you. Now, be mindful, we are on a light spring. If you choke up on your straps, the more help you have with your roll-ups. Essentially, the easier it is. Longer straps, middle straps, all make the difference on how much assistance you need. I always start kind of middle and I go from there. So sitting up nice and tall. Arms are just reaching long. From here, carriage, especially if you're holding out on to the longer sides of the rope, carriage isn't going to move that much. So sitting up nice and tall, just like we began, tilt that pelvis. I want you to roll yourself back, just going to where you feel comfortable. Exhale, bring it on up. So again, working that spine. Spine's a little warmer than it was before. And from here, you're able to get a little bit deeper to roll yourself on up, especially if you have those ropes helping you. So choose where you are, what feels right for your body. We're going to go for 3 more here, and then we're going to add on. For 2. Think about those shoulders drawing down your back, away from your ears. Last one here, you're going to roll yourself all the way up, sitting nice and tall on those sit bones. And then we're going to take our straps and we are going to thread the short loops to our forearms. Sitting up nice and tall on those sit bones, forearms are coming to parallel bookends. Nice and tall, we're going to go ahead, roll ourselves back just like we did before. So take an inhale, exhale, roll yourself back, trying to keep those arms parallel. Go to where you feel comfortable. Take an inhale at the bottom, exhale, roll yourself up. Come all the way on top of those sit bones. Open your arms to a field goal position. Close your arms back to bookends. Rinse and repeat. So exhale as I'm rolling it down. Remember, breathing is a tool, not a rule. So however you breathe, what works for you. Sit on top of those sit bones, open and close those arms. Let's continue this movement. Really feeling each vertebrae hit that box one by one, going down to your comfort level. If you go down further than me, that's great. Open and close. Really squeeze those scapula together. Last two. This will be everyone's last one. Stack yourself up on top of those sit bones, open and close those arms. And from here, choose to hang up one strap. For me, I'm going to hang up my left strap, keep my right strap on my forearm. Left hand can come to your waist, can come to the opposite knee. From here, that one arm is in parallel. We're going to open it up to that field goal position, and then we're going to rotate the waist around our spine. So bring it back, close it back to a bookend. Open it to field goal, rotate. Think about those hips. They are evenly weighted. So you're not lifting up or hiking up a hip as you rotate and turn. Think about taking that gaze deep past the shoulder so your neck becomes an extension of your spine and moving with your body, not being left behind. We're going to go for 4 more here. Think about twisting up. Can you get a little deeper with every twist you go? Last one here. When you rotate back to center, let's hang that strap up. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So my left hand now has the strap, forearm coming up to the elbow, sitting up nice and tall. Right hand is on my hip. Left elbow is in a bookend position. Shoulders back and down. Take an inhale. Exhale. Open the arm out to a bookend, out to field goal. Then continue rotating around that waist. Bring it back, field goal, back to bookend. Think about trying to twist up and a little bit deeper every time you rotate around. We have 3 more here. Last one. Think about really rotating, getting the deepest you can, make it the best one, and resist it back in. Relax those shoulders. You can hang that strap on up. Go ahead, just interlace your fingers up over your head, reach tall. Relax that neck. You can drop those arms, roll those shoulders. We're going to be coming off our carriage, making a spring change. I'm going to come off to my left side facing you, so I'm on this side closest to you first. I am going to be taking my blue spring off and adding a red spring. I'm going to take my long box and I am going to move it over more towards the other side that I'm not working on. my inside foot, so I'm standing facing my risers, my inside foot is coming to the shoulder block. My outside foot is a little angled diagonally to the wall. Both hands, inside hands, outside hands, are coming to the box to begin. From here, we're going to go into those front splits. You're going to extend yourself out, drop the shoulders, draw those abs in, and bring yourself back home. So you're pushing out, and then you're going to use your inner thighs and your core to help you pull back in. So every time you extend yourself out, can you get yourself just a little bit deeper? Can you bring yourself to that point, that edge? Does it get just a little bit further every time? We're going to start adding on to this if you feel okay. So the outside hands, which is the same side as my standing leg, for me, that's my right side. I'm going to release it off the box. As I come in, I'm going to circle that arm around like we did in the beginning. Close the carriage. Bring it up, press it out. Circle up and around. As the carriage comes back, the arm comes back to neutral. Again, you do what feels right for you. Your range of motion for your legs may be bigger, may be smaller. Range of motions for your arms, same thing goes. You do what works for you. You make every workout your own. Last two. On this last one, we're going to go ahead. We're going to extend ourselves out. We're going to hold it here. Hold it to a point where you feel comfortable. Drop that arm. Reach. Reach. Draw those abs, ribs in. Reach long for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it on in. And carefully take that foot off the carriage. We're going to go ahead and bring that box back to the middle. We're going to change our red spring to a blue spring. So take the red spring off, back to a blue. The leg you just worked, which for me is my left leg, that was the one that was on the headrest, is coming into a pigeon pose on top of your box. So now go ahead, walk your foot up to where you're comfortable. From here, your hands can come onto the box and you can go deeper into that pigeon pose. So you may be able to get your elbows down. You may not, but you go to what's comfortable for you. I'm going to take my outside hands, which for me is my left hand. I'm bringing it to the foot bar. Now, my right elbow is still down. My abs are drawn in. I'm going to push the carriage away to get a little deeper into that glute. And then I'm going to resist the carriage back in. So all I'm doing here is I'm pushing that hip towards my risers so it gets deeper into the glute and the left side of my body, or whichever side you have in your pigeon pose. Think about extending it a little bit further each time, getting deep into that glute muscle here. Last 3. Try to keep those abs and ribs connected. Pull it in. Try not to twist or torque your hips too much. This will be everyone's last one here. When your foot comes back to the bumper, safely come off that box with that pigeon foot. From here, we're going to take both feet. They're going to come hip distance apart. I'm going to take my inside elbow, which for me is my right elbow. Left elbow is coming on to the foot bar. My abs are going to be drawn in. Before we do anything else, reach down, take that blue spring off. There are no springs on the carriage. Now, my leg that is on the bottom, my arm and leg, so my right side is going to be my pushing side. So from here, you're going to go ahead, you're going to push down, push the box away from you, and you're dropping, which for me is my right, I'm dropping my right elbow down and bend my right shoulder down and bending my right knee. Now I'm going to take my gaze and look towards the left. Bring the carriage in, straighten the leg, find that flat back. So bend the leg closest to the box, push away with the arm, rotate towards the foot bar. Really open up the opposite side and the same side, depending. It feels good on both sides for me. I feel a stretch through my collarbones on my right side, and I feel opening and chest opening on my left side, especially because I'm pushing down on the shoulder blocks on the foot bar as I rotate away. We'll go for 3 more here. Movement doesn't have to be big. Just trying to open that chest up. Last one here. When you rotate back to center, close that carriage. And you're going to go ahead, put that heavy spring on. And we are now going to slide the box over to the side we just worked. We're going to walk around our carriage and do the same thing on the other side. So now my right leg is going to be my pushing and my pulling leg. Left leg is my stabilizing leg. My left leg is pointed diagonally out to the corners of the room. Both hands are coming on to the box. Bring those shoulders down. From here, go into those front splits. Find that length. Be careful on your first one. And bring it in. So having your arms support you, feeling that stretch. You might want to hold it there for a second. Remember, this is your workout. So I will give you a static stretch in the end. As my body's warming up, especially doing this side, I can feel my hip releasing just a little bit and getting a little bit deeper into the work. On this next one is where we're going to release that outside hand if you feel stable. So arm comes up as you're pressing away. You're going to bring that arm, circle it around, close the carriage, bring it back to your waistline. Go ahead, press out. Take that gaze with your arm. Should be looking at that shoulder as you're coming in and out. If this doesn't work for you, just keep both hands on the box. We're going to go for 3 more. Last 2. Last one, we'll hold this one out. Hold it, find that static hold. Can you get a little deeper? Reach that arm to diagonal, take your gaze with it. Press down a little further for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that carriage all the way in. Bring that arm back up and over. And you can take that foot off the carriage. We're going to come with both feet down on the ground, hip distance apart. Sorry, no, we're not. We're going to take the foot we just worked. We're going to place that foot into a figure 4. So my figure 4 on this side is a lot worse than my figure 4 on the other side. From here, place your hands onto the box. We have to change that spring from a blue spring, from a red spring to a blue spring. So we have 1 blue spring on. Elbows down on the box if it's attainable. Go ahead, walk your foot in, shoulders back and down, abs in. You're going to push the carriage away from you and slowly bring it back in. So for me, that's a little too deep in that glute with my elbows down on the box, especially because I just don't have the range of motion in this hip that I do in the other one. So bringing, really stretching into that glute that's in that pigeon pose behind you. So I'm moving that foot closer to the rails and bringing it back. Last two. When that carriage comes all the way to the bumper, now we're going to take that pigeon pose carefully off the box. We're going to come hip distance apart, inside elbows coming down to the box. We're going to take that blue spring off, so we're back to no springs. Footbar hand comes down to the foot bar. Abs are drawn in. Go ahead, push the carriage away. Bend whatever knee is closest to the box. For me, that's my left. I'm bending, pressing, and rotating my torso away as I look in the opposite direction. Take an inhale, rotate back to center. So really think about opening that chest, pushing away, really opening through the collarbones. So I feel it on both sides of my body, but like I said before, my foot bar side of my body is what I'm really concentrating on. I'm opening that side. Last two. Last one here. Bring that carriage all the way in. And you can put on that medium blue spring. So we're back to one medium blue spring. We're gonna climb onto our box, on our bellies, and we're gonna come into a prone position. Our foot bar is going to be in the way, but I have it there for a reason. All right, so you're pushing down on this box. Your legs to start can be bent if that's more comfortable for you, or they can be reaching out, just laying over your foot bar. Your box needs to be underneath at the top of your rib cage, underneath your bra line. You're gonna go ahead, you're gonna extend yourself long. Your head might touch the shoulder, the headrest. It may not, whatever works. Now, I want you to reach your arms long. We're coming into swan. So you're gonna engage those lats, those armpit muscles, send those shoulders back. Reach those legs long, squeeze those glutes. From here, pull those lats, those armpit muscles down your side body. Take your gaze, look it up if it's appropriate for your body. If it's not, stay in neutral. Exhale and bring it down. So when you come back, I want you to come in to that heavy stance. So I want you to rest and be heavy. Again, take an inhale. Exhale. Squeeze, pull those lats, extend those legs long, reach, and bring it back. Relax those legs, heavy over that foot bar. Go ahead, take an inhale, exhale. Reach those arms, pull. Can you hold it? Reach those legs just a little bit longer. Reach for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Let yourself hang long. We're going to do 2 more just like that with 5-second static holds. So when you're ready, take an inhale. Exhale, reach. Find that long body from the tip of the head to the toes. 3, 2, 1. Extend it down. We have 2 more. Reach those arms, reach those legs, squeeze that side body for 3, 2, 1, extend it long. Now from here, I want you to stay long, but this time I want you to really, if your feet are wider than your hips, bring them in to where they're a little bit wider than hip distance. Now I want you to flex your feet. And now go ahead, keep your feet flexed, and I want you just to go ahead, pull on your rails till you feel traction against your foot bar. From here, just pull with those lats and those shoulders back and get that full traction body stretch. We're going to hold that here. You might want to move just a little bit if it feels good. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can bring that carriage back to the foot bar, and we're carefully going to come up off our box. And let's do some cat-cows right here. Just bend over your box, round the spine, and straighten the spine. So just some cat-cows, giving yourself some flexion and extension. Last 2. On that last one, you can slowly come up to a standing position. We are going to be taking that box off. We are finished with it. We can change our spring to one heavy red. We're taking that blue spring off. Your headrest can be up or can be down. Choice is yours. From here, you're going to go ahead, lie down. I am grabbing my right strap to start. Doesn't matter what foot you start with. We will do both of them. So my right foot is up in tabletop. Up in the strap. My left foot is up in tabletop. From here, when you're ready, you're going to go ahead for a single leg, lower lift, while your unstrapped leg is stabilizing through table. So trying to really stretch that hamstring as it comes up 90 degrees, keeping that bottom planted to the mat underneath you. We'll go for 4, 3, 2, last one. When the foot comes up to the clouds, hold it there. We're going to take that unstrapped foot, cross it underneath over the strapped foot. So your unstrapped foot is on top of your strapped foot. From here, lower lift, find your center. Don't let the strap pull you towards that side. Think about reaching that top leg a little bit longer. Can it get longer than that leg strapped? Last 4. For 2. When your foot comes up to the clouds, next time, hold it there. You will drop that unstrapped foot to a figure 4 on top of your knee. From here, you'll lower and lift here. Think about pushing that knee out a little bit further. Your body is very warm now, so you might find you're much more pliable. Last 3. Next time your foot comes up to the clouds, hold it there. Your unstrapped foot comes off. Your unstrapped foot kind of comes and reaches towards the foot bar. From here, your strapped foot, I want you to bend it into tabletop. From here, extend it out to the side. Now take your toes, point them towards the foot bar, and bend your foot carefully like you're going to stomp on the floor. From here, if you bend this foot on the foot bar, allow this strap to pull your leg, your thigh underneath you. You will open up this whole hip flexor. And I probably should have started on the other side so you had a better view, but you will see it on the other side. Just hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To get out of this, you bring the foot on the foot bar back to table. Carefully push off the foot bar as you bring the leg on the floor. Carefully up. You can take that strap off and come on in. We will repeat the same thing on the other side. Go ahead, take that strap, put it on to your left foot or whichever foot you're using now. Right foot is coming to table, left foot for me is strapped. I'm going to lower and lift here. Trying to really find that hamstring stretch as I send that ankle up and over my hip, trying to keep my bottom planted. Last 4. I think I may have counted wrong, but that's okay. We'll do one more here. Next time your foot comes up to the clouds, hold it there. From here, unstrapped foot coming in front of the strapped foot, crossing those legs. You're going to lower and lift, not allowing that strap to pull you. You're going to stay centered. Really finding that hamstring and glute stretch, especially when you come up 90 degrees and keeping that long spine. Really think about that opposite glute, the opposite strapped foot. As you extend that spine long, keeping that bottom planted, you really feel that glute stretch. Last 2. Next time those feet come up to the clouds, hold them there. Drop that foot into the figure 4. Lower lift here, but as that foot comes down, can you push out on that knee or push it away from you and bring it up? Last 3. When that foot comes up to the clouds, undo that pigeon pose. Take that unstrapped foot to the foot bar. From here, relax the foot, bring it to table, the strapped foot. Now you're going to bring it out to the side. You're going to carefully bring it onto the floor. Tuck the foot behind you, bend the foot on the foot bar, and allow that to pull you gently as you close the carriage to open up your hip flexor. You can also grab your pegs behind you, relax those shoulders. Take a few breaths here. And carefully bring that leg back to the foot bar. Keep that bend in it. Slowly bring that foot on up. Then once you have it safe, you bring it to table. You take that strap carefully off. You hang it on up. And from here, you carefully come up to a sitting position. And we have finished our workout. Go ahead, roll those shoulders, reach those arms up to the clouds, interlace those fingers. Bring those arms back and down. Bring your hands to prayer. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this workout. I hope you enjoyed your vacation. And whether we're traveling or not, and you just need a great stretch class, this is one to keep in mind. So like always, like, comment, and share. And until next time, I'll see you on the Reformer. Bye.